Contouring is one of the most important things that can be incorporated into spray tanning. It is one of the things that you, as a spray tan stylist, can use to turn a standard spray tan into something that appears more three-dimensional. Contouring creates depth and therefore outlines more muscle definition. One of the most important things to remember when contouring is to take your time, do consistent strokes, and sometimes less is more. Contouring with two different colors can create an even greater depth and exaggeration of muscle tone. Blending when contour spray tanning is also very important to completing a successful contour tan. Harsh lines can become distracting, look unnatural, and unpleasant to the eye. Now also with contour spray tanning, it's not all about drawing harsh lines around everywhere. And I've seen so many different people doing contour tanning, and what they're concentrating on is the lines that they're putting on the body everywhere to create a muscle definition or create muscle. And that's not what contouring is about. It's actually the opposite. So we're doing the darker shades to pull in the depth so it looks like it's further away. And it's all about the part of the body that hasn't been colored. So it hasn't been spray tanned with that darker color. So for example, if I'm doing the stomach area, and we'll obviously go into this a lot more in more detail later on, but when you're doing the stomach area, for example, you're doing a line and blend technique on each of the individual six-pack muscles, or doing the straight line down either side and then contouring in the line and blend technique with each individual muscle. Now, to give a greater depth or perception of depth, there needs to be a light area. So what I like to do is I like to grab a baby wipe and baby wipe the inside of each of the stomach muscles to create that light, well, where the light hits. And where the light hits is where it shows the three dimension. And that's what contouring is about. Then what I like to do, I do the overall coat. Now, you know I do 2 light coats whenever I'm doing my spray tanning. So when I do my first light coat, I dry off the client and then I'll grab the baby wipe again and then I'll create lighter areas in the stomach muscle area to create, again, that three-dimensional depth. And then when I do my final light coat, I do it all over and I leave it. And when the tan develops, it develops in a specific way that really highlights and shows a true three-dimensional effect. And that's the way that contouring should be done. It's not all about drawing these lines all over the body and drawing this six-pack on a stomach that isn't there. Every client is slightly different and you need to treat each individual client differently depending on their muscle tone, their tone, whether or not they actually want to look slimmer or whether they want to look more bulky. You know, each of these you need to take in consideration when you're doing your contour spray tanning. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in this course for each individual type of situation. So you're really going to learn a lot and I'm really excited to bring this to you.